Hi, this is Miss Jan from the Woodlands Children's Museum. Welcome to Shadow Puppet Theater. Shadow puppetry is an ancient art form, and we love to use it here at the museum to tell stories. The actual beginnings of shadow puppetry goes back over 2,000 years. It started in China and also in India. Now, for today's story, we are going to hear about Mela and the elephant. And this is a story that is set in the Southeast Asian country of Thailand. It's written by Dow Phumiruk, and it's illustrated by Ziyue Chen. And I looked up some information about Thailand, and one of the really fun facts I found out is the nickname for Thailand is Land of Smiles. And I really think that would be a nice place to visit. Isn't that a great nickname to have, Land of Smiles? So we're going to get started with Mela and the elephant, but first I need you to say hello to the puppeteer, Miss Carmen. And there she is. Miss Carmen is the first shadow puppet of the day. Okay, so Mela and the elephant. Mela set out to explore the banks of the Ping River near her home. Her little brother followed to the edge of the yard, hoping she'd take him along. "What will you give me if I take you?" He had nothing to offer. "Then you stay home," Mela announced. She turned and skipped along the road and across the grassy field before reaching the steep riverbank. She watched the water sparkle and splash below. Mela hurried down to the river's edge. When she reached the dock, she saw a large fish swimming by. What a fine dinner that fish would make, Mela thought. She hopped into her uncle's boat, grabbed his net, and tossed it far into the river to scoop up the silvery fish. But moments later, she was drifting swiftly downstream. Oh my goodness. The current was too strong to paddle back, and before she knew it, Mela was swept deep into the dense jungle. After a long while, the boat caught against a tangle of tree roots. Mela stepped out onto a large rock. She craned her neck to look back up the river. She was a long way from home. A crocodile appeared along the shore. "Crocodile, will you help me get home? I'll tie a rope to your tail and you can tow my boat back upstream." "What will you give me for my help?" he asked. "You can have the fish I caught." The crocodile agreed. But when Mela tossed him the fish, he snapped it up and swam away. "Wait!" she called after the crocodile, but he had disappeared under the water. Mela looked around her. Tall trees blocked out most of the sun's light. Leaves stirred overhead and the river rushed at her side. She pointed herself upstream and started to walk. A leopard slinked into sight. "Leopard, I am lost. Do you know a way back to the village?" I do. What will you give me if I show you? Mela thought a moment. You can have my sweater. It will keep your cubs warm on cool nights. Mela held her sweater out for the leopard to see, but the leopard snatched it up and leaped away. How foolish of me, she said and sighed. She walked on and found a narrow path. Soon she was surrounded by towering trees wrapped with ropey vines. 3 monkeys dangled overhead. Monkeys, can you show me a way through the trees and back to my village? What will you give us if we help you? One chattered. Mela held out her backpack. You can have this pack to carry fruit as you travel through the jungle. But the biggest monkey grabbed it from her and they all swung away. Mela slumped to the ground and began to cry. Night was falling and soon darkness would settle over the jungle. She shivered. How would she get home now? Soon, she heard the rustling and snapping of branches. An elephant lumbered his way toward her. Child, are you lost? The elephant asked. I will give you a ride to the village. Mela cried even harder, but I have nothing left to offer you. It would make my heart happy to help you, the elephant said. I don't need anything in return. He lowered his trunk for Mela to climb onto his great warm bag, and he carried her all the way to the village. Mela slid from the elephant's back, grateful to be home. She pressed her palms together in thanks and felt the elephant's strong trunk embrace her. Thank you, she said. The next morning, Mela's brother asked to see the riverbank where her adventure had begun. I'll take you, she said, and together they set off to explore. Mela remembered what the elephant had taught her. Kindness needs no reward, for it brings happiness and warmth to the heart. From then on, she offered many kindnesses to others, asking nothing in return. And thank you, Miss Carmen. And I love the lesson of this story about just being kind to people without expecting anything in return. And I'm going to say thank you for listening to our story today in our Shadow Puppet Theater, the same way that Mela thanked the elephant. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, keep a smile on your face and a story and a song in your heart. Bye-bye.